To make sourdough dinner rolls, I'm gonna start by doing a flow test to make sure my sourdough starter is ready. If floats, that means it's good. So I'm gonna start mixing my dough, and I'm gonna first add about 200 grams of sourdough starter. Ended up using all I had. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add about 115 grams of milk. I'm using whole milk, which we usually buy, but you can use any kind of milk. Then I'm gonna add about 135 grams of water, in total about 250 grams of liquids, about 6 grams of salt. I'm using just a cheap version of table salt. Mix it all up, and then I'm gonna add about 20 grams of sugar. So you can use sugar or honey. It's perfectly fine. It's just to add a little bit of a sweetness to the dough. Once that's been added and incorporated, I'm gonna go ahead and add some oil. So I'm using sunflower oil, but you can use olive oil or vegetable oil. So I added 50 grams of that, and then so pretty much all the liquids now are combined, and then I'm gonna add 500 grams of strong white bread flour. So I'm gonna ensure that this is all mixed really well. I'm making this 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm gonna be working all day, so I meant to do some stretches, some folds, but I didn't have time before I left. And then by the time I came back was 8 hours later. So I ended up making sourdough dinner rolls that didn't had any kneading done, and you're gonna see at the end of the video how it came out. But it's all good to do and plan all these things, but life gets in the way, and sometimes we're too busy to do certain things. But I'm excited to show you that even with a busy lifestyle, you are able to bake daily sourdough. So once that's all done, I'm gonna cover it up and leave in the room temperature for 8 hours. After 8 hours, I was home, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually shape my dinner rolls. So I usually go for 12 pieces of dinner rolls. You can do 6 or anything you feel like. So I'm gonna do very light stretches and folds to degas the dough. And if you saw at the beginning of this clip, I already lined up with parchment paper my baking tray. And now I'm gonna go ahead and divide my dough into 12 pieces, and then I'm gonna turn them into little balls. I will tap them with some oil, and then I'm gonna cover with cling film to ensure one stick. And then after 2.5 hours proofing, they all nearly doubled in size. It was looking really good. Now I'm gonna preheat the oven and start baking. So first I bake for 10 minutes at 210 Celsius fan oven, and then after 10 minutes I bake for 15 minutes at 180 Celsius Fahrenheit. Okay, they're all done. This is looking really good.